Last but not least, certainly not least. So let's see what we got here. Lovely streak photo. Awesome. Tripod at night. Beautiful. What did you shoot this? I'm glad that somebody did do this. 15 seconds. Long ass exposure. That's what you get. Sorry, long ass shutter. That's what you get. And you had to close that right up to 25. Yep. But that is great. Thank you so very much for doing that. So that is how you achieve that that streak of red light. That even looks like it was probably just one car, but and you've framed up to get that streak so that it kind of does go fade off into the distance. You kind of have to anticipate where that light is going to go. Good job, man. It would even be really cool if you threw this into Photoshop and desaturated everything but the reds and be like black and white shot with this red streak running right through. But that's going a little bit over if you want to do that in either Lightroom or Photoshop. That'd be really cool. So moving on, last shot here. Actually, going back to this for a second. This is about planning your shot. So planning out where the trajectory of this streak is going to be. Think about that for a second. It does take a second to visualize as you framed up where the streak is going to be. Oftentimes, you want to try and get higher so you can see more of it as the streak will disappear off, wherever the car actually does come from, however far up the road. But think about where that is going to be coming from. So as we've seen it here, we can see it coming all the way from around the corner, down and down. So there is some depth to it. The higher you get, the more depth that you will get. The more it'll stretch from from top to bottom of the screen. But very cool. Last shot. Hey, I recognize that bird. You'll see that picture soon, or that particular bird, that star bird. So this was today on our hike. Good time had, and I think like this one bird or two birds actually came out to, popped out to pose just for a second to get their picture taken. I'm glad that somebody got a picture of this bird, because birds are tough, especially this one. Never stopped moving, kept on hopping from one branch to another all over the place, didn't stick around very long, and you really had to take a shot of it with a fast shutter speed or you'd lose it. Totally. It was a very fast moving little bugger. What did you shoot at? 1/640. Cool. f5.6. Really nice, really wide too. Cool. Okay. Yeah, and as you can see here, shooting handheld, 1/640 at 5.6, still blurred out the background well enough that you've isolated the bird here. So obviously, our eyes go right in on this bird here. Try to get a little bit closer next time is the only other thing I would suggest. But other than that, it's a good shot of the bird. And from what I can tell, it's in focus and you froze it. It's 1/650, and I know how fast this thing was moving, so that was tough. So good on you for that. Great shot. And thank you for submitting your shots this week. Can't wait to see what you come up with next week. And keep those shots coming, man. Keep them coming.